So well, I mean, I know a lot about this game, and yet kind of not a ton.
So this was a game that Kenji Inafune like pitched on Kickstarter and got a lot of backing because he pitched at a damn good time. This was when Capcom was hemorrhaging money and was just running around like a chicken without a head as a company. They're just canceling things left and right. They had no confidence that Mega Man Legends 3 would succeed, especially since the 3DS at the time was a flop because it was pre-Pokemon.
Ah,
So people were just like, Mega Man fans were just really pissed. And then this game comes along and everyone's like excitedly pitching to this. And then we realize that Kenji Inafune doesn't really know what he's doing without other Capcom employees like at his side.
so we got this instead of him directing Dead Rising 3.
I mean, so for all you Mega Man fans out there, this game will definitely remind you of Mega Man X6.
Oh my god. That's so one thing I do remember about this game is that in spite of like everything, it just looks like utter garbage.
This game was horribly mismanaged.
Professor. Beck.
Oh no, it's what I look like in the early 2000s, except skinny.
Everywhere.
You look like a really poor knockoff of a Pokemon character
We
design.
must make for the laboratory. And
Oh
quickly.
god, this is just Mirror B's nerdy cousin.
Secure path. I'll follow and monitor your progress. Yes, sir.
So on top of this game, like, just being poorly made, I believe it also plays like crap.
Oh, this game's engine is barely qualifies as an engine.
Once again, the president has declared a countrywide.
This
state of
president, that looks like a
emergency.
PlayStation model that
This
was
based on
ups.
reports of haywire
upscaled in
robots
resolution.
rampaging out of control in all 52
I like
states.
once again, it's like this is a common
I'm being
thing here.
told we have a comment from Gregory Graham, CEO of Cherry Dynamics. Cherry Dyne, of course, being the world's leading robot manufacturer. Let's go there now, live.
Attention! Attention! Is this thing on?
Look at this art in contrast to the model.
My fellow Americans,
There's something wrong with
in
his
this
face in the
violent
art.
process, we at Cherry Dine would just like to
At least there's a style to it, unlike this model.
that this isn't our fault. It's that Dr. Blackwell. He's the one behind this. Blame him!
That is totally not suspicious behavior.
We at Cherry
Good writing.
Dine are doing all we can to help fix the situation. It's Blackwell. Hello, is this thing on?
Avi?
And now let's
Are we
go
talking
live
to
our
the
eye in the sky Avi
billboard?
for today's Avi News traffic report. Thanks, Avi.
Beck's an
As you can
idiot.
see, we've got a few accidents eastbound on, well, everywhere.
I can't tell if it's like on purpose for effect or if they gave Avi's actor a shitty mic. Also, my god, that life bar is ugly.
Uh-oh. A security bot. And it's
Look how out of control it is just standing there.
Beck, there's no other
Just
way.
chaotic.
You'll need to fight your way through.
What's going on? The chaos in this robot is increasing.
Professor, I'll do it.
So yeah, dash is a big part of the gameplay. So, and you can shoot an enemy until it kills over, and when it does, you can dash through it and absorb its cells,
Oh, that's right.
which gets you more points.
That's more like
Oh, it's like a score attack game then?
That's more like
Yeah.
I needed that.
Oh, good, there's dialogue for like anytime you pick something up.
Those fucking explosions.
What the
Oh, no.
fuck?
It's Jim Cornette, run!
And yourself?
Less than fine. Much less. These robots gone wild are tearing the us apart. I've sealed myself in the lab. Who knows how long before they break through? Understood.
Shouldn't really be that long. They're robots. They have weapons and shit.
So very quickly, you actually cannot kill enemies without doing this absorption thing?
I've only seen this game being streamed. I've never played it for myself. I believe some enemies just die, but for the most part, you have to absorb their zells. Because you're not like trying to actually kill them. You're just absorbing their zells, which I guess saves them somehow. The plot sucks.
That is very strange.
I just want to remind you that Kenji Inafune thought that he was going to make a media empire out of this and have like a cartoon and shit for it.
I mean, if your game plan is just Mega Man without Capcom, then like that, you know, theoretically is possible, but it also seems like everything that made Mega Man good has been forgotten.
What was that?
I mean, what, this level design didn't convince you that this is the return of Mega Man?
Back, quickly. You must stop it before it destroys the entire laboratory.
I feel like Dr. White's face in that portrait was Kenji Inafune's when he realized the development hell that this game was going through.
Is his name Dr. White?
Yeah, it's not Dr. Light, it's Dr. White.
Oh, fuck off. Would you have to dash into it even though it's not even dead?
Yeah, some
good
bosses. Yeah, in order to trigger their next phase, you have to absorb their zells.
That is not a well thought out mechanic.
Come on.
No, it's not. And every time you kill a boss, you just see this scene.
Mission clear.
That doesn't look good.
Mission, clear. Oh god, it's Roll with huge hands.
Sonda, are you all right?
It's like if they combined Roll with Clown Man.
But where are the other mighty numbers?
You think Dr. Sonda would be the one that they call Dr. White?
I believe they might be suffering from this robot affliction that's going around.
Crikey! It's like every bot in America went completely nuts all at once. Let me contact my brother. at
He's
the head
written
office in
like
Tokyo.
an English
Maybe he
character,
can send
but
help.
just kind of sounds like a dude.
I'm sorry, Soichiro. Please understand. The Japanese government.
And he has a
won't let us
Japanese name, so I don't know,
intervene
fuck
until we
off.
know the cause of the malfunctions. I was afraid of that, but it makes sense. After all, any robots you send to help could be affected as well, making things even worse.
Just to confirm, Mr. Sonda, if we can
I
isolate
wonder,
the cause...
I know you probably don't know off the top of your head how much money this Kickstarter made.
Absolutely, Professor White.
I
Anything
don't.
we can do
I didn't really follow the Kickstarter that much.
Needless to say,
We'll
it
send
made
Jack to track down
more
all
than what
these
this game
fellow
looks like
mighty
it
numbers.
cost to make.
Great idea. Wait, what?
It made a lot.
Assimilation ability should filter any
Except that
irregularities
money
in the
was
system's
very
program.
poorly managed.
If we can gather and study multiple samples, perhaps we can isolate.
Because this
the
was
cause
like,
of it.
how long ago was
It's a long
this?
shot, but it's our only hope. The fate of the entire country.
It's like last
hangs in the
generation, I
balance.
think.
I'll finish
It was
reactivating
like
calls so she can provide some
Wii U,
Let's get
PS3. I think it was before. It was just when the PS4 and everything was new.
Professor,
Right,
Don't
right.
worry, Beck. This is well within your capabilities.
Professor, I'm concerned about that face your model has frozen on.
What should we tackle next? You all set? You all set? System ready? Go! A fire-wielding robot running wild at an oil refinery. I don't like the look of this at all.
It's a small thing, but it's just sort of weird how, like, the thing you're going to be doing a whole lot of is dashing, and he just, like, becomes just a big blur of light whenever you do it. because it's like not only just a dash, but it's also mechanic.
I think the idea is interesting if they had like better designers on hand.
It doesn't seem very Mega Man like this idea of like dashing through enemies to get bonus points.
I mean, I guess it could be a way it differentiates itself from Mega Man. I feel like in a better designed game, like using the dashes to make a whole new meaning to run and gun, that could probably work if it was more expertly crafted.
It'd have to be like kind of crafted around like being a speed game, I think.
Yeah, it would have to be very much a speedrun game. Oh no, it's Flame Heinard all over again.
Pyro, wait!
Warning, unoriginal name detected.
And here's
Where?
the call. Oh, Beck
Yeah,
and
Beck and Call.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like how we have Rock and Roll.
We have Mega and Roll. What are you talking about?
Oh, thanks. But at least they didn't take away bass and treble. Oh wait, according to US Mega Man 8, it's bass and treble.
Oh my god.
Beck, why must I fight you? We are not enemies!
Oh god. Old localization.
Somehow the voice actors in Mega Man 8 are better than this.
I don't know, I haven't heard anything quite that strong yet, but I hear there's something coming.
I mean, at least the actress for Mega Man in 8 and X4 put more enthusiasm into her role than whatever Beck's doing.
Yeah, no, he's just like, yeah, alright.
I am a video game character. I guess Sonda's actor's at least going for something.
Yeah, but the writing is also... Okay, so he's getting, like, buffs from doing this? He's got, like, a fire one for getting the red one, and then there's a green one.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't remember a lot about the game's, like, mechanics, because I've just seen, like, streams of people that are just trying this game out from start to finish. Like, I've seen Van stream it, I've seen Evil Homer try to play it before getting fed up with its shit.
I remember looking into it back in the day, and it's been quite a while since I have seen or heard about this game, but I remember looking at it just being like, yep, this is certainly a disaster.
Pyro, stop peeing on the wall.
Why you not burn? Why you not burn?
What an original character, a pyromaniac fire person.
Named Pyro.
Pyro crash, and you burn.
I don't know why this is not as fondly remembered as the Mega Man bosses. I just can't understand. How is this guy outperformed by a robot that's just a lighter with a human's face in it?
Yeah, right? It's like unambitious in most parts, and then the one thing they innovated on is like, I just find kind of odd.
2016. This game came out in 2016.
Jeez. I don't want to fight you, Pyro. We are not enemies. Oh, we can see why this was the first boss they picked. What a great attack pattern. Yeah.
All of a sudden, Samurai Shodown 64-2 Anja comes in and is like, I'm sorry about that, let me show you a real firefighting style.
Beck, is that you?
There's something about that mission clear splash that is like very strange to me. It just seems very not confident.
So, just like in Mega Man, when you beat a Robot Master, you get their weapon.
Come on, Will.
And the weapons in this game are just really basic.
Perhaps you should show a bit of restraint, Dr. Sanda. This is only the beginning.
What am I? Oh.
Please transfer Beck's assimilated cell data over to my terminal.
The shading was so weird, it didn't look like he was actually sitting on anything.
I can isolate the root of the malfunction.
He's using Dawson's moves.
Way, Professor White.
Incidentally, Sanda, I caught a bit of news on the way here. The president of Cherry Dynamics was in.
Yeah, the Zells give him temporary enhancements.
Dr. Blackwell.
What?
Blackwell
is a genius, but he couldn't possibly be behind this.
We're in the future and we're still using the word poppycock.
Similarities to his last plot.
This writing is very like Sword and Shield, with a we're England. The English people do this.
Please don't insult Sword and Shield.
This off from inside a maximum security prison.
That was also not a very well-made game, let's be honest.
I know, but look at this shit.
Well, enough of that. There's data to sift through. Sanda, can you continue assisting Beck?
Absolutely. Let me know as soon as you discover anything.
They really tried to give him a personality, and it's just not enough.
Imagine playing D&D and just making this how your character talks.
To stop those rampaging bots. You are. System ready? Go! What's this? The main entrance is frozen shut.
Oh boy. This level and this boss.
I was gonna say, so far, this game doesn't look as catastrophically bad as I feel its reputation has made it seem, which I think is sort of a testament to how, competent play can make a bad game seem not so bad.
Yeah, if you're playing this for the first time, it's so much worse. Because you have all these not so well thought out mechanics and not good level design to deal with that you're not used to yet.
Yeah, because if you don't actually absorb the enemies fast enough, they go back to being normal, right?
Yeah.
So if you don't do it right, you'll just run into them after they've recovered from their dizzy state or whatever. You're putting them into a Mortal Kombat finish 'em state.
I'm just picturing Beck ripping a head off. My god, Beck's a serial killer! It's all according to my design.
Here we go.
Gotta hear Shao Kahn say fatality every single time he absorbs a robot.
Here we go.
Why don't we get any new Mortal Kombat Mythologies games? Shows them this. Because somehow this is worse than Sub-Zero. At least Mythology Sub-Zero has the funny cutscenes. Even the cutscenes in this game are terrible.
Wow, Pyro and Cryo. Did Gil design these fucking robots?
I don't think anybody with any sort of creativity whatsoever designed these robots.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, imagine how Mr. Freeze talks in Batman Forever. Batman and Robin. But cranked up to 11. To the point of obnoxiousness instead of hilarity.
That's a thing that's never gotten old.
The thing is, we don't even have, the endearing appeal of Arnold Schwarzenegger having the time of his life being Mr. Freeze here.
I'll get the waterworks back up and running. You take care of Cryo.
Like, as bad as that movie was, you could tell Arnie was having a blast.
Right, I actually saw a video of that recently. He was talking about how much fun that was.
That's for life.
Okay, let's try this again. After all, revenge is a dish that serves cold.
This
Really forced.
This is like most definitely the VA for Tails.
Oh my god, if I find anyone from, like, the Sonic Adventure cast here.
Not Adventure Tales, like the 4Kids Tales.
Oh yeah. The Adventure Tales was like an actual little boy.
Yeah.
That had to be switched with his brother because puberty happened between Adventure 1 and 2, which is still kind of amazing.
The Heroes one was really funny as well, where they were like, it was like two of the other VAs like child.
I think it was like Espio and
Charmy.
Waterworks is back in business.
They were apparently married, and their son voiced Tails.
By the way, I should mention that robots that you beat will, once you absorb their evil Zulls or whatever, they help you in certain other levels. It's kind of like how in the SNES Mega Man games, beating things in a certain order changes how other levels work.
Right. That's at least a neat idea.
Okay, prepare to be annoyed.
Oh, that was a mistake. I mean, this whole game is a mistake, but like that in particular, that is an accident.
Now that we've broken the ice, time to give you the cold shoulder.
I feel like even Jane Bane would shake her head at this.
Don't even.
Sorry, Jane Bane. I'm glad this player is so good that it's not giving this boss a chance to do the pew 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 shit.
I mean, they've done it once already, and that's enough for me.
Yeah, if you were like your first time playing, you don't know her weakness, and you're just doing the buster, you're gonna be hearing that a lot.
Back. Phew. Am I glad to see you.
That's terrible.
And then Beck all of a sudden snaps her neck. It was a mercy killing Dr. White.
Yeah, looking at it again, like, you actually have to absorb the bosses, like, several times. Like, I think you actually can't damage them until you
All right.
get them to a certain point and then absorb them, which is, like, super fucking weird because you just have to run right into them. And I remember, like, people complaining about that. Like, that was a thing that does not actually
All set.
work.
So, how do we do something worse than Dawn of Sorrow's sigils? This.
Duh. At least you only had to do one of those.
Yeah. Here you have to, like, you have to start every new phase by doing the dash. But it's not, you idiot.
Robot signatures ahead.
Yeah, I remember this writing it just seems very weird. It's just like, wow, something strange is going on here. There are robots rampaging. It's like, yes, I know. There are 8 stages where there are robots rampaging. You know, it probably didn't... It's not even worth saying, but it just kind of clicked with me that the reason that it's Mighty Number 9 is that there are always, like, 8 Mavericks or, you know, Mega Man bosses or whatever. So, they have to be the first 8.
We could just call them idiots in this game.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Beck literally only spared her life just because she was still of use to him.
They seem to only be of use in one small room, though.
It's like they had an idea but didn't have time to do it in a not half-assed way.
Yeah, wasn't this game also, like, delayed?
Oh yeah, this game was through major development hell.
Oh my god, it's Warthog from Twisted Metal 4.
I don't know if this or Twisted Metal 4 is worse.
I mean, wait, literally do robots feel pain? Because, I mean, why would they have pain receptors?
To be fair, pain is actually a good thing because it lets the body know when it's in peril.
I know. I remember the monologue from Virtue's Last Reward.
Damn it. I can't believe we both play the same game sometimes.
Ryo, I've told you. Never mind. You'll serve as an adequate distraction. Proceed, Beck.
I like how he's like, oh, what a good human shield. He just sounds like, please fucking die, please fucking die.
Actually, you know what? Go die. I don't care. Oh, that looks fun.
Tell that while he was like doing maintenance or whatever on her to make sure she stays good, she kept going pew pew pew. It's just like, fuck me.
Oh, it pauses the game every time you switch weapons. That's a little annoying.
I wonder if it's to load the palette change.
Oh my god.
Oh, actually, there's changes to his model. I can
Yeah.
see why. That would be funny, though, if it was just pallets. I like the idea of using ice to make a barrel explode.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't mind if the game was, you know, kind of cheaper looking if it didn't also cost a lot of money and time to make.
And if most of that money was put to good use.
It was to hire all these voice actors.
Do you know how much it costs to pay someone to say pew 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 pew? Man, this character is almost cliched enough to not be memorable.
I don't even know why Call was introduced into this game, other than just we have to have a role. But like, there's just something very weird about just suddenly there's a different character giving you instructions as well. Because
Do you believe she is playable?
oh, okay.
And there's a playable DLC character too.
I'm sort of amazed this game is DLC.
I mean, they kind of had to because they made all those stretch goals.
Oh yeah. Obligation DLC, the best kind.
Yeah, like we have all these stretch goals. Also, we had funding to where we had to put this game on every platform imaginable except the Vita because who in the world owns one besides me?
The player's just throwing a fit right now. I don't know what's going on.
It's the common side effect of playing this game and putting up with this level design.
I'm trying to drown out all of the sounds of cryo in my head.
You hear the pew 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 in your dreams. How dare you disrupt me looking at this wall?
What is your major malfunction, Private Beck?
What is your major malfunction? Watching paint dry is fun. How dare you criticize my hobby?
It's in our programming. It's in our circuits. It's what we were made for. Battle is our destiny.
Okay. That was a delivery.
They tried and then the voice just got tired. That's what the delivery was.
Suppressing fire.
I thought he said depressing fire.
Not yet.
I'm not yet. Oh,
I've not yet begun the fight. Ready?
I like to. I just want to ask, what is the logic for the war boss being weak to ice?
I don't know. I was wondering that. I mean, I know like Mega Man battle enemy weaknesses are not always like the most logical, but
I mean, there still tends to be logic. Like, if you throw a cutting thing at a bubble, the bubble will pop, which is why Bubble Man's weak to metal blades.
No, there's a lot of them that do make sense, but like,
The war must be stopped, Private Beck.
Mission clear.
I don't know why anything would be weak to topspin, let alone the final boss, but whatever. I'm still just not over that time Evil Homer's playing Mega Man 3 for me, and just one hit the final boss with topspin, and I'm just like, you could have just done that? Really? Dr. White is hearing the pew-pew-pews.
Whatsoever. What in Tyson's name is behind this?
I need to get this lice out of my afro, help!
Normalization confirmed. Transferring data now, Professor White.
our officer is a big open space full of nothing.
Sonda has
Except for some boxes.
this entire time.
Well, she was shut down for a firmware update when everything went all screwy. It seems like any bots that were powered off at the moment this all started are fine.
Shut down.
What's
you
my
say?
name? They can't even lip sync.
Wait. No, it couldn't be. Or could it be?
You got a theory, Will? Does it also explain
Will
why
White?
Beck wasn't affected?
You rang, Dr. Sonda? Where am I off to next?
Oh, Beck. Yes, just a moment. Let's continue this later, Will, and no trailing off into a next time.
Is Will even listening?
That angle made it seem like, I don't know, he just looks like he's trapped himself in a corner, he's all
Go
depressed.
ahead and choose your next target.
I looked at Cyro and is like, this is a robot I designed.
You all.
Ooh.
System ready? Go!
I think, too, the way that System Ready is presented, it's like,
Stay away.
it looks like it's from an early build of the game, but they never updated it.
Wait! I'm going after him, Professor. Affirmative, Beck. Just be sure to mind your step traversing those vehicles.
Look both ways before you cross the road, Beck.
Seven's voice. Could he be?
I think, too, like, during, like, while this game was still, like, being delayed and shit, Inafune tried to pitch another game to Kickstarter.
Oh, good lord.
And, yeah, that was yet another red flag to all those unfortunate souls that eagerly backed this game.
I'm sorry, was there a billboard that had Ego Raptor on it?
Yeah, probably because he backed the game.
Yeah, that is very distinctly like the fucking Gang Grumps bullshit.
Yeah, they backed this game, so that means you get to see their promotion.
Bring it on.
Kickstarter backer obligations are always kind of weird. Because, like, sometimes you can really kind of screw with the aesthetic of your own game because you're kind of forced to include references to, like, things like that.
I think Undertale was one of my favorite instances of, like, handling an obligation. Like, somebody paid enough to get, like, their OC in the game, and that character was just named I'm Sorry. Luckily, the creator of that character took it in stride.
Oh yeah, I guess Lisa also did something similar, where they made actual playable characters out of some of the backers, and they were pretty great actually.
Bring it on.
I think Shovel Knight also, like, put in Zubaz because the best friends just backed it, and they just wanted to put Zubaz in everything.
All
more like it. Here we go.
So it's like, thank God Capcom never really copyrighted this character, I guess.
That's one. Bring it on.
I mean Zubaz, not Mega Man.
Here we go. Here we
Huey.
I'm just imagining if, like, Inti Creates was able to, like, make a good game, how much cooler that whole sequence would have been, just going through the horde and dashing through them. But instead, this is like the most banal thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, this looks like very generic. Like you're just kind of going to a screen and then fighting the same enemy over and over again.
This looks like something that would have been made with licensed characters.
Yeah, this backdrop is at least a little nice, but it's not incredible by any stretch.
I told you, stay away.
Oh, that looks like shit. The explosions look terrible, too.
Yep, they look like lasagna.
They might be, for all we know.
Pretty sure this is what Garfield bursts into when he dies.
I think I saw a long time ago, someone made a really cool-looking explosion effect, and it used like a picture of a piece of popcorn.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with creative use of, like, warping and scaling and transparency that you can do that.
Oh yeah.
I just wish the developers for this game got the memo.
Is he trying to resist the malfunction? But he's not like back.
My blade's hunger. Why, Beck? Why won't you give up?
I'm here to help. I've come to save you, Brand.
No closer. One more step, and my blades will have their way with you.
Could you have worded that threat a little better?
I can't control myself. If you want to save me, you must destroy me.
Or do the absorption thing, which is totally fine, so... being this dramatic is probably not all that...
You know, whenever you see robots being all dramatic, it's like, why are you really afraid of death? You can be rebuilt. Ask Zero, that only happened to him like 3 times.
Right?
You must destroy me.
Please kill me. I could just absorb your Zells. No, kill me. Just get me out of this series.
He's just really upset about being in this game.
No, if you save me, then I have to be in a room with Cryo.
Brand, I'll save you, I promise.
Yeah, I named her Cryo because she makes me cry.
Strike me down.
Yeah, this really doesn't work or make sense.
Come on.
I kind of feel bad for this boss because this was clearly supposed to be like the quote-unquote cool one.
Yeah, this is the Proto Man or whatever.
Beck, I
The
thank
giant beak or...
It's like a cross between Proto Man, Tengu Man, and guy with swords. That's supposed to be cool.
Oh god, what if it's supposed to be the Zero?
That would be terrible.
Brandish.
Okay, I misread that one word as erection for a moment.
Go ahead and choose your next target.
The designs look so weird and cheap.
I always just associate that guy with Jim
All
Cornette.
set, then?
I associate him with Mr. Hart because he just looks like a big fucking ball.
System ready? Go!
The last signal we received from Mighty Number 4's
Oh, you're not even kidding about the health bar. It's just like this big-ass grid for no reason.
Transmitting because he stopped
Yeah, when's somebody gonna make this life bar for Mugen?
Oh my god.
He might be
Okay, so in order to blow up this wall, we need the green shit.
Most resilient designs. Proceed, Beck.
Oh no, you might be irregular or whatever.
That
Oh my god.
I'm kind of glad that they had the thought to have voice clip cutouts, but still, sound design could have used work.
It's a very classic style of, like, poorly thought out dubbing, which is amazing because it's made in 2016.
And when are we gonna have the person that's like, "What do you think you're doing?" In order to compensate for not wanting to do lip syncing. Oh wait, that implies that this game would have lip syncing.
Yeah, they would have to have lips.
Professor? Professor, can you read me?
Static, yeah, I think Static would also dislike this game.
Well, no turning
Yeah.
back now. I gotta find Mick.
Mick Gordon, he'll make a good soundtrack for a game.
Can't think of anyone in our friend circle who would like this game, sorry.
Sherm.
Yeah, Sherm is one of our friends.
Yeah.
Sherm's real.
Sherm is my friend.
For some reason, Sherm ignores me.
I'll have to thank you. And you guys, thanks.
But who's Bat? What?
The swords person.
No, it was
The Tengu
Brands.
Proto.
I think Bat's
Nope.
Battalion.
Oh, Battalion. Never mind, I'm stupid. These characters are just so memorable. You
I
can,
know.
like...
It's also weird that they like have weird, like, they have nicknames for all of them, which is like, it's fine, but it's like harder to keep track of them when there's not all that much, development for them.
The Battle Craze cast could use nicknames. We can have Ajit be Aj.
That's all the internal coding names.
Everyone just keeps calling Sherm she.
Forward now, Beck.
We got, Wall, Reap,
We have Rhea.
Just.
Just Belmont.
And still operational. Just as the professor predicted. You too? Then I'm sorry, Mick.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to not kill you and absorb your Zells instead.
Oh, Seismic, okay. That nickname makes less sense now.
Cool, Seismic Toss. It's that move I always give chances.
What the
Did he
fuck?
just mumble, motherfucker?
I mean, he mumbled under construction, which also didn't make a lot of sense.
Just a bit more, Mick. We'll get you straightened out and back to the professor.
So yeah, luckily he's weak to the green shit. I know it's green because Battalion's green, but having the Crashman weapon be associated with the color green is still not the most intuitive thing I've seen.
I just realized that, like, as interesting as an idea as it is where you have, like, the character shows up in the stage to be like, oh, I'm gonna help you out. Doesn't also is just like, here's a big flag telling you what the boss weakness is.
I don't think it always matches the weakness.
It has so far.
That is true.
That's 3 for 3, I believe. Oh my god, what is that?
Congratulations, you've gained the ability to look stupid.
You have the power to look like a moron!
Oh, yes. Yes, Senator. Oh, yeah, our full resources are dedicated
Who
to
talks in the
resolving-
phone like this?
Yes, sir.
Someone who is not
It's
guilty
very
of
wise you,
anything.
sir. Thank you, sir. Yes.
You see, I'm not guilty of anything because when I pick up the phone, I just sit in the chair like a normal person.
Why are they hounding me about the problem and not torturing Blackwell to get the answer?
My foolproof plan.
Goat has made me look like a fool. No! Cherry Dynamics, Gregory Graham speaking.
Where's the photo of
pleasure to
Sonic
hear
and
from you.
Shadow
Yeah.
standing next to each other, though?
Oh, yes, sir.
This VA is owning every second of their time in the booth.
Go ahead and choose your next target.
I don't want to, I'm scared.
You
Oh yeah, we
all
get
set?
to go in the Capitol building.
I remember this level. I remember seeing this, and this had like a bizarre gimmick.
Sucks. I'm gonna assume those are backer paintings.
Yeah, more backer paintings. A lot of experience with those.
I detect no robots
When's the cat?
capable of long-range gunfire.
Mighty number 8 won't show up on any of your instruments.
So if I remember correctly, this level is just a big looping level, and you have to like
Somewhere in the building. Trace the
constantly
site
avoid
fire
fire
source.
while
Yeah, I'm
following
sorry.
like the trail.
But the way Dr. Light said that, he sounded like he was really proud of the fact that this guy is so good at terrorism. It's all part of my design. The fact that he was able to storm the Capitol by himself.
My apologies.
Run along now, little doggy. Run and fetch for your human masters.
Oh my god.
Still has his sights on you, Beck. Be careful.
Counter Shade? It's my
Counter
favorite
shade.
It's my favorite Magic the Gathering card.
Wondering what happened to all the humans here, little doggy. They ran away.
Counter Shade. Revile this card. Don't you mean reveal? No, revile it.
Fled at the first sign of trouble. Pathetic.
That is that Blum.
It's somebody who probably needed a lot of water going into this role.
I mean, if it is, that's the second time I've heard him play a sniper. Getting a headshot's no big deal from here, Beck.
Here we go. Here we go.
Like, this player's making it look easy, but, like, every blind playthrough I've seen of this, it looks like torture.
Yeah, no, I remember this looking like hell. And it's also
This
just
is-
obnoxious, like you're just constantly just running around trying to find this dude.
This level design is terrible.
Maybe you can be content serving the whims of these flesh bags, but not me. My first executive order as the first robot president be to set all bots free.
I guess it also helps that you have the weakness, so you could deflect the bullets.
This guy's gonna become the president.
I needed that.
What is this stupid room?
It's like a Link to the Past trap room, but really bad.
I thought it was like the poltergeist from Bloodstained, but as fucking busts.
Bring it, that's more like.
We've seen Kickstarter backer paintings, now here's backer busts.
It's kind of amazing that Bloodless is better at voice acting than these things. And I mean dub Bloodless.
That's more like.
Imagine Bloodless going pew pew pew, pew pew pew.
Scarlet Ice.
Scarlet Ice Pun.
Oh yeah.
Look at all these.
If you don't like hit him fast enough, I guess, then he just goes away anyway.
Man, look at all these backers that are probably languishing the money they have wasted. It really has to sting in hindsight that, like, your image is in this game.
Yeah. Can't even, like, shit on VAs or whatever, because they just, they got paid. They're just doing their job. But to be responsible for making the game...
The direction... I mean, to be fair in their defense, too, the direction probably wasn't the best.
No. This is definitely a game that has, like, just poor, like, dub direction in general.
Enough. It's time we settle this like robots. I'll meet you in my new office, little doggy.
I thought you said I was a robot.
You're a robot, doggy. Shut up.
Well, thank you for taking me right outside your office where I can get the health item.
Okay, now, little doggy. Let's see if you're all bark or if you got some bite.
Listen to me, Shade.
He doesn't look like he's like in a cloak in this shot. He just looks like one of those like bird things that keep swaying over into the water thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Forgot what they're called.
Counter shade.
Counter Shade, are you aware that you're smoking a lawn dart?
Well, I'm not gonna smoke an actual cigarette. The fuck do you think?
Was that his reaction to getting like dashed into? Was just okay.
Yeah.
Sloppy. Here.
Wow. Was there any tell for that?
Adios.
Remember when Dracula would just randomly teleport into you in Castlevania 1? Don't you have fine nostalgic memories of that? No.
Yeah, there's not really a tell for that. He's just gonna pop up somewhere, and if it's on top of you, then you go fuck yourself.
You've got it all wrong, Shade. I'm here because I want to help you.
I like that he bothers to reason with them. It's like, you can just absorb their zells and... Anyway.
Yeah?
Which is it?
Yeah, it's like they were actually, like... I guess, given a virus or something, whatever, something's controlling them, so, like... Why would they be like, oh, yes, you're right, logic?
I like how he's like, which one is it? And I'm just imagining Beck being like, is it the one that doesn't start out being transparent and comes in on red teleport effect?
Come on. Step out of it. Now.
I got big hands.
I owe you one, don't I, Beck?
Mission clear.
Why did I put giant walls in the middle of my, new office? Oh, they're like overturned chairs, I guess.
My first executive order, fuck chairs!
What should we tackle next?
They don't have backs on them, fuck them.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what Donald Trump's office looked like. Just chairs all over the place. Mr. Trump, why'd you do that? I don't know, just leave me the fuck alone.
Oh god, this game looks like ass. So where were we?
Yeah. Apparently with, terrible writing McFriendzone.
All set?
I just noticed this is taking place in the United States.
Yeah.
It just...
Well, they kind of established that in the beginning of the game. Like,
yeah.
It's like we can't send our Japanese robots to America, they might get fucked up too. What nationality do you want? Just pick one.
This character is obnoxious.
It's a temporary blackout
What is worse, him or Ice Lady?
Get back to me on that.
Here we go.
The answer is Hugh Baldwin.
So,
By the way, you can kill these things without absorbing their zells. It'll just take a lot longer. Yeah, I had to refresh myself on some of the mechanics during our intermission.
Oh yeah, you told me you learned some new things.
Yeah, remember when I said they were also trying to do a cartoon? Oh, they were also trying to do a fucking live-action movie.
They just wanted everything.
They really were trying to go for a media empire. Which didn't do well with the budget, which 4 million sounds like a lot, but given their ambition, no it wasn't. And they didn't even get like all the money, because you got to keep in mind that not only are you going to lose some to the tax, but also Kickstarter takes a cut of it. So all this money they amassed, and they got less than they expected, and they were developing this game for like every console that was out at the time, including the 3DS and Vita, which were canceled for obvious reasons.
Jesus.
So yeah, limited resources that they had no idea how to manage, and you get yourself this.
I'm really hoping that the extra cartoon show / movie wasn't part of their stretch goals.
Oh, wasn't in their stretch goals. It was just concept overestimating this game's impact.
Amazing.
These stretch goals included the 3DS and Vita ports, it included online modes, English voice acting. That paid off.
At least we got that, like, thank God?
That and the online modes, I think, even though they stuck apparently.
I mean, how could you tell, really?
I am morbidly curious as to what the 3DS version of this game would look like.
I'm kind of stuck right now on the idea that, like, they're just like, oh no, this is gonna take the fuck off because it's Mega Man? Period?
You know, I'm starting to think Dr. Sanda really is like my least favorite character in this game.
Yeah, he's going extra far to be irritating this level.
It says a lot when even these stupid characters are like, please shut up.
Yeah, just shut her up real quick.
Yeah, because she's electric, she replaces her S's with a million Z's. And she will try to say anything that ends in S as often as possible.
You come for my power? You want to take it from me? Well, we'll just see about that.
Wow. They had writing like this and they're like, yeah, no, you're gonna get a cartoon.
Can you imagine a 30-minute cartoon where Sanda's talking?
No.
Time to meet the big bug zipper in the sky.
30 minutes of these idiots pushing their speech gimmick to the limit.
If it was on Netflix, it could be even longer.
Oh no. I think this would somehow find a way to be worse than that Cowboy Bebop live-action thing. Why does Dinah look like a Skullgirls character?
I mean, well, listen to the way she talks.
That is true. All she has to do is like take off that cape and reveal that she has giant boobs that are bigger than what would be under the cape. Congratulations, you look really stupid.
Oh no, the puns are infecting me! No!
What in the blue blazes? Will, you mean this whole robot rampage?
Because of the way his glasses keep fucking up, I keep thinking his eyes are just twitching in anger.
The fault of a robot I developed long ago.
He looked at his script and that's how he's reacting.
Trinity. I designed her to
Trinity.
evolve by assimilating other robots' capabilities. I found her custom scripts in the code we recovered from each of the Haywire Mighty numbers. The structure is clever, concise.
Why is he just sitting in boxes in a
No doubt
corner?
it's my code.
Why is he so proud of the
How is
fact that he's
possible?
just created the
Cherry
end of the
Dynamics
world?
Shut down the Trinity project ages ago. In fact,
I'm
it
so
was
good at
Dr.
programming
Blackwell
terrorist
himself who
robots.
stopped it, wasn't it? Back when he was Cherrydyne's CTO. I always thought that project was the reason you left Cherry to come work with us and make Beck here.
Is that like a
Blackwell
parody on
only saw
Apple,
the
or...?
dangers. He never understood the potential.
Professor? Sir? Are you okay?
Have you got a chair yet, Professor?
Oh, yes, Beck. Fine, more or less. Thank you. Zonda, I need some time to think. Can you handle Beck and the remaining mighty numbers?
Sure.
We invented new numbers. They're really mighty.
What should we tackle next?
You, through the window and kill you.
You, all set, then?
System ready? Go!
Beck has arrived at the tower. Mighty number 6.
The dash looks so goofy.
Sorry to make you climb it on foot, Beck, but it's all...
Just miss how the dash looked in Mega Man X4 and 5, especially like with Zero where you just see the hair swaying.
It's so short, like even on the ground.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, he's actually playable in Mighty Gunvolt. He fights like a normal Mega Man character, none of this dashing shit.
Nice.
It's actually a good game unlike this. Because Inti Creates is actually a good developer when you actually manage things correctly. That's why they made Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. And that's kind of the reason why we're looking at this, because Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, in spite of the flaws, is a masterpiece compared to what we're looking at right now.
Yeah? This...
I have to wonder if the failure of this game made things harder for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, considering that was also Kickstarter backed.
I'm sure it did, actually, yeah. I remember that being a thing, like... Like, Mighty Number 9 was kind of like the butt of the joke for, you know, Kickstarter failures.
Okay, for a moment I thought the propellers on top, like the etchings or whatever, were eyes. It was just like a Kirby design.
The explosion looks so bad.
I mean, the explosions were an internet meme for a reason. So did this sub-boss have like oh wow, that... Good job.
Avi! We have an accident about to happen on the airship, Avi. A piece of trash causing trouble. breaking news. The piece of trash brought a friend and is no fun at all.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know.
Get a beat on Avi, kid. Have to leave him up to you.
Bye.
Seriously, that robot cigarette just looks like a lawn dart.
Maybe it is. You can't smoke cigarettes. He's a robot.
I'm addicted to lawn darts, little doggy. Oh yeah, so did that sub-boss have like all these phases to like compensate for the fact that it had no health?
I guess so.
That's more like it. That's more like it.
I should say, well, I think this player is making this game look a lot easier than it probably is. They aren't making it look very fun.
It says a lot, yeah, like, this player rules. And if the player was playing something like, say, Mega Man X4, or like, yeah, it would look so great, but here it's just, it makes the game look banal. Like, it's not cool shit happening like you would see in a good Mega Man game, it's just things happening. So imagine your first time playing.
Yeah? That's more... God,
Like, these weapons are... Sorry.
No, just a lot of this platforming segment stuff just looks very just generic. Like, here's moving thing and you just climb up this wall. Just platforming, video game.
Platformers are definitely one of the more complex genres because you have to, like, balance not being an annoying piece of shit and also having the player, like, use their powers in an engaging way. And this game is just... here are ideas that we just lifted from Mega Man in the most basic sense of the concept possible. Our level design is either platformer or god damn it.
And now to Avi for the winner. Thanks, Avi. We got strong winds out there today.
I hate this character.
Moments before he
I like to imagine Beck is just frozen in disbelief at how stupid this boss is. He's just standing... He's just standing there like... Do I really have to absorb this idiot's cells?
Oh, this looks like a tragedy. Having to, like, dash into him to absorb his health and then not fall off.
Yeah.
Also, shoutouts to the enemy weakness, like, kind of, oh my god.
Good thing they got that dash in because, that health would have regenerated.
Yeah, you got, like, half it back. Also, yeah, the enemy's weakness, we've already burned through it, we've done very little damage.
That's just it. I missed the fucking platform with one of them.
Did you think about testicles?
Technical difficulties.
That looks like ass. He's firing cookies at us. Did he just refer to himself as a boss?
Yes.
What a... this game.
I think the sniper reflector bullet thing is his weakness, actually. Because one shot did pretty good damage. I like how even this player is having trouble with this wonderfully designed boss fight.
Yeah?
Please stand by.
Vex's face is mine right now. In the portrait.
Hi, Fletcher Front coming up. Another
Bye.
headline. Boss attacks it back.
I hate this fucking dialogue.
This just in. This just in. Local boss at large. Update found him.
This actually, I think, is
Player's
making
like,
worse than
"Fuck
the
it."
ice one.
I like how the player's just like, fuck it, die, and uses the weakness point blank.
Direction. Twice.
I feel like the ice one would have been worse if she didn't die so fast.
Well, that's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah, with this one, you have to play the waiting game as he keeps flying off screen.
Snap out of it. Now.
And you also have to be cautious because, you don't want to dash into your own
Is
death.
that you, Beckles? What are you doing up here?
Mission clear.
Oh, I'm tired.
Hey, hey, Avi, I have a wonderful mission for you. Why don't you fly over the Bermuda Triangle?
No, he's gonna talk about it the entire time.
This just in, boss attacks Amelia Earhart.
Stupendous job, Beck. Come back to base and
We took F-12 shots of your
let's
boss
see.
killing thing.
Professor, we're receiving an urgent call from Cherry Dynamics. I will patch it through.
Sonda! Sonda! Oh, Sonda. Thank goodness. Great Graham here.
Mr. Graham, what a pleasant
I
surprise.
quite enjoy your
to hear
crackers.
from
Drop the axe, Sonda. You don't like me, and I don't like you. But we need your help.
You see, one of my hair bangs got stabbed into the side of my head.
And we can't stop it.
Confirming. Confirmed. Defective Cherry Dyne robots are rampaging throughout the city.
Yes, that's what I just said, you stupid
That is not
shit.
good. We'll send help right away. Right, William?
Yes, of course. But, Mr. Graham, one question. What makes you so sure Blackwell is behind this?
Sonda, who is this idiot? Whom else would it be, boy? That smelly old fart is obviously out for revenge. Now stop asking stupid questions and send help!
This guy sucks.
Whoa.
I promise I'm not
Pleasant as
evil.
always, that Mr. Graham.
Sonda, I'll take
Sonda,
the
I need to let you know
control of
something.
the
He is
situation
definitely
at the robot
evil.
factory. You take Paul and find Dr. Blackwell at the prison.
You mean
If
go
Dr. Blackwell has a
myself
chair,
to the
steal it from his cell.
prison? Like, actually, physically?
If he has a desk, then
Go there?
who Nelly?
Yes, I need you to go
I
to
suppose
prison,
it's the
stab
only way to
somebody, and get
contact
arrested.
Dr. Blackwell under the
Here's a
circumstances
knife.
of
It was in this box.
But are you sure you don't want to swap missions? I think you, of all people, would want to see him, right?
On the contrary, I'd be quite content to never see him again for the rest of my life.
Also, I've been to prison before, it sucks.
I'm going to type sideways with one hand because I'm that
What
good.
should we tackle next?
He's speedrunning Typing of the Dead.
You are all
You're getting sent to bad game jail, you fucking...
System ready?
Oh, we're playing as
Yep.
her now.
Yeah,
all right.
now we get to be
This
called.
must be the main prison building. Dr. Blackwell's cell
They
will
take
be
inmates through
deeper
platformer
inside.
levels to get them to their cell. It's really fucking annoying when
You'll need
recess
keycards
happens.
To access the maximum security wing, Doctor.
This game was a
Please
bad
wait
call. Oh, please
Just jump whenever she jumps.
Oh, good lord. Oh, why does this game hate my ears?
Holding.
Like, who the fuck thought that was a good idea?
I feel like people. I have to wonder if the Japanese dub to native Japanese speakers is just as bad.
Service bot. Perfect timing. Call. Plug in
Typically,
to
it's usually
recharge
just like a
your shield
direct
energy.
copy.
Use that as fuel to power
So-
your
Yeah,
energy
but
barrier.
I guess
Press
because
the shield button
they're
to
like it's
activate.
Japanese speaker to Japanese speaker, the direction is probably bound to be better. But I think for the most part, it's just we can't understand what they're saying, so it's better.
Why was I equipped with an energy shield?
Why was I equipped with the soul?
Well, it's just you never know. You know.
Look, we thought you might be a playable character at some point in development. Oh my god, please kill me.
Someone heard this and went, yeah. Good. This
I'm
was a
glad that this
success.
player's good because I've seen this level played by a first timer. This level is ass. Like, it is X6 level. Oh,
Wow.
damn. Professor, I have performed a fatality.
Hara Kiri.
Professor, this gray-dressed ninja blew up his own head by
This door is locked
crushing
away.
his own nuts. What was up with that?
Set while I crack it open.
I still cannot explain that MK Project Harakiri.
They found us.
Please focus on hacking the terminal. I will try to neutralize any threats.
I will try to find a way to be even more annoying than you. They really made it like a contest, like, who could dub this character to be the most irritating?
The answer is yes. I think also another funny mishap with this game's development is the community manager was like some lady that was like a big fan of Anita Sarkeesian, and if that wasn't enough for idiots to freak out over, she drew like a picture of Beck if he was a lady, and people thought that the community manager would have sway over the game and Beck would be a woman. Like, people are stupid.
That definitely sounds like some non-traversy bullshit.
Yeah. And speaking of making nerds angry, there's also the infamous trailer with the make the bad guys cry like an anime fan on prom night.
Oh yeah.
Also want to see something that's more awesome than, or like something about spamming the word awesome. I forgot what that exact line was because it was stupid.
Beck's vocal patterns, while I have no such reluctance. Question: why would Professor White include that hesitation in his design? It's
I just want to kill people, guilt-free.
Yes. Well, that
Yo, Dr. Sonderman! Did you call some call, huh? Thank you.
Sonda immediately turns the TV off.
Scattered up ahead and spotted a nasty guard dog. I'm talking
Just
one
punches the
big
screen.
But I got a pro tip. Blast his big-eyed first. It's his weak point. Then go for massive
Oh, fuck
damage.
you!
Okay.
it's not only that.
I agree with her shaking her head at that.
Such contradictions.
I get the feeling that was supposed to be like a comedy bit, but because it was so, like, drawn out and poorly paced, it just kind of seemed random.
I mean, it was obviously trying to be funny with that meme reference.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Besides, what was really funny was the fact that he claimed that the battle took place in ancient Japan. Yeah, they should have said, this game takes place in ancient Japan.
What?
You just opened a door, you idiot!
I like how, like, she's all like, oh, I'm a robot, so I'm motionless, and just... And when she says the barrier line, it's like the most silly-sounding thing.
Yeah, you just saw that gauntlet she just went through, right?
Yeah, that didn't look fun. I mean, this
Keep
entire
in mind-
level doesn't look fun, let's be honest.
Keep in mind, if she touched those electric tiles, she would have died.
Oh. Oh boy, K9 and it's a dog. That's a funny joke.
Call, do you remember Avi's advice?
Affirmative, Doctor. Knock the eye out first.
It's already gone.
Affirmative, Doctor. I had a lot of fun gouging its eyeball out and listening to it scream.
This lady quoting
that-
Navigator.
I want this robot to die a slow, painful death that's exactly over 2 hours. Thanks, Hint.
Yeah, I could see that.
I'm glad Omochao has a presence in this game.
No, Omochao was not nearly annoying as any character in this game.
Somebody hacked Sonic Adventure 2 to be like, you run into an Omochao and all of a sudden it's pew pew pew, pew pew pew. No, it says jump.
I don't think Bubsy 3D was as annoying in this game.
Damn. You're not wrong, but damn. Santa, is it normal for a robot to laugh at a blind thing that you just maimed as it trips over itself?
Why would someone buy this game? It's illogical. I'm not even.
Well,
gonna...
you see, a lot of people back this and happen to get the game as a consequence. Like, sorry.
Your punishment for funding this game is having to own it.
Like, there was a point where Red Navi was like going around trying to like gift all of his Steam pledge copies to people. Just so that they can suffer with him. I think at one point he even asked me for my Steam, and I'm like, no, no, no.
I'm not even gonna bother, like, questioning the logic behind why she would feel the need to audibly say what she's doing at all times. Like, it's irritating. It's not even, like, a joke. It's just bad writing for the sake of being annoying.
I am a robot. I am relaying the orders that I am following to you.
Yeah, it's a decision that is made entirely because you don't know what else to do.
Barrier.
Holding. That's our me tool.
I think that might be this game's equivalent to Flip Top.
Oh yeah.
Now then, back. You needn't fight every robot you see. Our objective is the fact.
But I get more points if I do.
We're going for a pacifist run now.
You must spam the spare option until they finally decide to be your friend.
all the levels as a
security
pacifist,
system
you'll get the
is
black and white
grounded. As
filter.
it is, you must hit the panel there to open the door. It only remains open for an instant.
Oh, if only there was an ending where you just kill all these characters.
The genocide run of Mighty Number 9.
Mass murder. Kill. Kill.
Hey, get it together, you two! Tyrannosaurus Rex is here!
I can't believe they found a way to make this game more annoying, but they did it. They put all of the characters in one place.
Oh, it's gonna get worse. The characters are actually gonna start appearing outside your house.
It's like a cute idea if the characters weren't incredibly annoying. Why is this mom?
Oh no, it's that boss from D2.
It's that mode from Guilty Gear.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here comes Daredevil. Now you have to fight all the bosses at once.
Oh my god.
And the dub will always be set to English.
I mean, that's appropriate. Guilty Gear had a dub that was so bad they just abandoned it.
I'm glad it's Strive. Kai says, I'm falling when you trip him. That's why I have to play that game in English when I finally get around to installing the game.
Yo, Beck Romulus, I got a hot scoop to deliver to Doc Sonderdag. Be right back.
Please don't come back.
I like the announcer was saying good to the sound of that guy leaving.
I like that the announcer is the most identifiable character in this game.
God, that walk cycle looks pretty bad. We just haven't seen a lot of it because of dashing.
Man, thank goodness we weren't hit by the PS2 laser.
Is that the flood? I've heard this game is as well put together as Mario Sunshine.
Mario Sunshine's objectively better than this.
That's fair.
Say what you will about how that game is full of shit, it's not this. Imagine if this game was successful and Beck was like in Smash Ultimate.
I mean, at least then it would have to be good.
Ah, young one, not to worry. Nothing
Ah,
here
young one, I did nothing and somehow that guy died.
We've got this area under control. Go help Cryo's team instead.
I am going to keep sticking my drill in this machine.
Please, anything but make me help Cryo.
Maybe if you spend more time fighting and less on your lame puns.
Thanks, Shade.
That was like a joke. I'm gonna give him credit. It wasn't that funny, but it was at least like a joke.
It was tolerable, there was wit.
There was a thought put into it other than, you know, Batman Forever style fucking nonsense humor.
I'm 13 issues older than you, Poison Ivy. Actually, I think Mr. Freeze, like, actual Mr. Freeze came from the animated series. Captain Cold was from the comics.
Ah.
Of course. It's a leader's duty, after all.
More of these bumblers?
I saw that caption in the pause menu and I was just bracing for the horror. The fuck?
Good heavens. I've never seen its like before. Has the factory started making its own designs? Beck, you must disable the
What was
computer
that
core
sentence?
there
I've never
before it
seen
can
its
create an
like
army of
before?
these.
I'm glad we have Symphony of the Night writing errors.
I can't tell if that was like an attempt at like some sort of weird like Old English, or if that was just straight up a typo that they just read out like straight.
Either way, nobody would talk like that.
No. Also, this is my favorite King of Fighters character.
I can't wait for King of Fighters 15. Shatter all expectations. We put in call. Blowback. Standing heavy.
Desperation.
Emergency evade.
Scum Gale.
Roll.
I think Beck's just throwing a tantrum.
Do you blame him?
Why do I have to keep playing this stupid game?
What has happened to my potential franchise? I was gonna have a cartoon! I was gonna have a movie!
Really, like, the most bizarre thing about this is just, like, this was just an attempt to be like, hey, I want to have my own legacy outside of Capcom, so I'm just going to rip myself off.
I like how that last phase was that boss from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's like, I think it was like... I think it could have had its own legacy. I mean, Bloodstain has its own legacy. It's just not with the way this game was handled.
Good work, Beck. I'll meet you back outside the factory. There's someone I must
Was
see
there like a thing where they just refused to make Mega Man games the way he wanted to, or like what was going on to where he just couldn't make Mega Man again?
Well, Capcom in general was sheepish about making Mega Man again because they didn't think it would sell in today's market. And then Mega Man 11 comes out and it's like, no, it can work.
Do you know what's going on outside? The crazy robots, the clashes,
Is this Ogma?
the chaos?
Oh no!
I am aware.
I am aware. That Twit Graham activating her again and again.
Graham? From Cherry Dynamics? What do you mean, activating her again?
I like how his glove is aggressively no-clipping into his lab coat.
The weapons industry, a fool. I stopped him last time. And what
I seen a lab coat and not a prison uniform, by the way.
Lifetime stay.
I don't know.
Maximum security resort.
Cheese and rice! You mean the
Nice goth socks,
you
though.
were arrested for was to
Wait.
stop?
Yeah, what is with the fucking Hot Topic thigh highs? Oh, that is a prison uniform, never mind.
It's a prison uniform and a lab coat, because, you know, wouldn't know he was a doctor otherwise. What the fuck?
If she's been activated,
I got really bored, so I stabbed locks of my hair through marshmallows.
Oh, peas and carrots!
Why does he have the access to this screen if he's in a prison?
So, Mr. Graham, it was you
He had
who
money.
activated Trinity.
Okay.
Dr. Blackwell wasn't around to stop you this time, yet you're scapegoating him again, just the same. It was never about progress with you, just money. Always money.
This is a Phoenix Wright villain.
No, this isn't my fault. Her warning label didn't mention all this. I mean, not specifically. I blame her creators. I blame the shareholders. I blame corporate society. I blame my parents.
Trinity was my experiment. She was ultimately deemed a failure, but she was an educational one. I put everything I learned from creating her into Mighty Number 9. Beck is our only hope of stopping her.
Wait a minute. I didn't recognize you with that ridiculous hairdo, but you're Bill Blackwell!
Oh, he's not White, he's
No,
Blackwell.
my name is William White. I'm not Bill Blackwell. And I haven't been for a long time.
Dun dun dun?
So, I'm not Bill Blackwell. I'm Bill Blackwell,
What
just
should we tackle
under a
next?
different name. Thanks.
Alright, well.
You're not right. You're right.
You're wrong because you're right, and I
You
don't
have
like it.
all
Battle Coliseum, not to be confused with the Neo Geo one, because that game's fun.
Oh yeah, there was this thing about, like, the
What in
The Colosseum.
blue blazes?
Is this the Colosseum?
itself has been absorbed.
Look to your left.
Trinity has gone beyond her original design and is assimilating everything around her. Avi, what are the conditions like surrounding the Colosseum?
I gotta be honest with you, boss. It's one big old mess out here. The streets are packed solid with haywire robots!
Understood.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do, like, a really, really budget version of Akira.
What'll we do, Will?
God.
What'll we do?
Our only hope is to sneak in from above.
I'm surprised
Avi could
Call's
drop
not just
back
going
into the
type,
target
type.
All right, let's do this.
Check Twitter.
You want to send back into that alone?
Any other robot would be assimilated by Trinity almost immediately. Only Beck shares Trinity's ability. He's the only one that can do this.
So he'll assimilate her before she assimilates him.
Beck, you and Trinity possess the same power. She simply does not understand how to wield it. You must teach her how to control it.
And take off that ridiculous blue codpiece.
I'll do it. I'll save Trinity.
Oh my god, I just noticed that. That is not fortunate.
This design.
I gave him a dick. It's part of my original design.
Did he also design Justice?
Yes. She nearly wiped out humanity. It's all according to my original design. Why do you sound proud of that?
Beck has landed in the Colosseum. Multiple incoming enemy signatures detected.
God, my eyes. This background's so busy.
I better scoot before Trinity nabs me. Good luck. Fight the good fight.
He's
Oh, thank God.
Trying to kill him, but just can't do it.
I feel your pain, Beck.
Here we go.
I mean, I'm glad, but why does the voice line, like, constantly get cut off?
Here we go.
And gets to not overlap with itself?
Yeah, but it's getting interrupted by what sounds like nothing.
That's more like it.
I mean, this is a PS3, PS4 game. Obviously, our sound channels are very limited.
Here we go.
Right, yeah.
Whoa. Is Trinity creating a path for me?
Like they're inviting me in.
Roll out the red carpet, but I wouldn't expect a warm welcome.
There's no other way in.
Protocell-based enemies.
I'm not gonna fucking listen to you, White.
Of reforming cell blocks.
Even if you destroy them, they'll use the cells around them to reconstitute. Attack strategically.
That looks like it's causing lag.
In this game?
Brilliant.
Also, if only the sound balance with this game wasn't so horrible, I'd be able to enjoy this seemingly interesting music going on.
Yeah? No, but seriously, like, this game, of all games, is lagging whenever there's an explosion. What are these cheap-ass looking explosions?
It can't handle the high-resolution explosion graphic.
That's incredible, really.
I wonder how easy it would be to, like, rip the explosion graphic from this game and just port it into Mugen. And make it a helper that, like, causes a time interval pause to simulate the slowdown.
Many cells. The entire place is made out of them. How many robots did Trinity absorb?
Trinity was programmed with a single prime directive: to grow, to evolve. She will pursue any course that allows her to assimilate more cells in perpetuity.
That seems like a...
dangers inherent in such a system, which is why I refined the design.
You mean with your next model? With Beck?
That's
I realized the problem with having a thing that would just grow non-stop.
Here we go.
It was all part of my brilliant original design. Seriously, I hate...
Here we go.
Well, it's amusing more than hate. He sounds so proud that his robots can be so catastrophic.
It's gone!
Trinity is getting serious about absorbing Beck. A fall here would mean instant assimilation.
That sounds like something that would be said in a 4Kids dub to censor death.
Yeah.
If Beck touches that dark energy disk, his mind will be transported to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, this looks awful.
Oh no. Well, at least this game, like, gives you reason to use weapons. It's not Mega Man 8, where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna use the Buster instead.
Oh, it regenerates. That's cute. That means we have to sit here and wait for it to regenerate, because good game design.
I'm glad the player's not passing the time by crouching rapidly.
It's just a shame they can't jump up and down, because it's produced some pretty amazing results.
Yeah, the tantrum is the best way to pass time in this game.
I designed Beck with the ability to go baby mad.
Unfortunately, I designed Trinity with Weir. Thank you, weird Tamagotchi thing.
Are you Trinity?
No, that's Ghastly.
No. No, I'm the Pokemon Nah, that is Ghastly, not Glalie.
It's finally come to this. Two of my proudest
Oh my god, he
creations
really is proud of
squaring
this
off.
shit.
Beck, stop her the way you did the other mighty numbers. Save Trinity.
Yes, sir, Professor.
Do you love Trinity more than me? Weight is infinite? I don't...
It's because she can keep growing?
Yeah, but... I mean, like... that's kind of true of most human beings.
I don't know, I've been 5'11" for a long time now.
I think it's possible for me to have even more weight if I wanted.
Wait, infinite. So, Yellow Devil, except it doesn't work apparently? Or I guess the sword makes him projectile immune because it's supposed to deflect, but these can't deflect.
I have no idea.
Oh no, that pattern that I've seen in like a million games already. It's over, Trinity. I have your weakness, the green shit. Yep, we just got health regen because dashing is a great mechanic.
What a poor boss design. Hey, listen, go fuck yourself. It's a flower?
This really is a Pokemon.
Attention. I am picking up a significant shift in Trinity's readings.
She's distressed, probably because she's being killed.
Indeed. Just as Beck absorbed aspects of the other mighty numbers, she's learning from Beck. She's struggling with what she's done, what she'll do next, how to control her power.
And how to make this engine work.
She learned empathy. Fuck. Wait, no, I thought she was evolving, and that was a problem.
I liked her better when she was just a mindless killing machine.
Bye. She became a Pokey from Mario Brothers.
Gotta give this final boss design credit. There's a lot going on with the model, given how cheap this game is.
I guess it looks like they did a lot with little.
Yeah. It's a shame its attack patterns are nothing. I like that the final boss has an attack where it just goes right for you. That's it.
I like that it has a movement that's involved just walking into a wall and going through it. Very just, I'm out of here, fuck this.
What a basic ass pattern for a final boss.
This attack looks stupid as hell.
I like the mini tantrum that was there.
Why isn't my game design better?
Why couldn't this game evolve? Okay, DNA beam, that's actually a step up. That's a good idea.
Oh my god, speaking of Metal Slug 3D, the thing we have to teach this lady is to not evolve.
White, have you thought of making robots that don't evolve?
And then Dr. Blackwell's gonna give a CD with the history of the universe to fucking Call or something. I have received the CD.
Look, Beck, the point of life is to live. Call and Metal Slug, grenade, grenade. Gunshot, gunshot. Slide.
Oh no, it should be cryo. Pew 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 pew.
Oh no. Avoid all heavy machine guns when you play as her. Beck, I've learned how to die, falls over.
I know I'm thinking way too hard into this, but I like how what's-his-face, like, perfected this design, and he's like, yeah, let's make a masculine one instead. This feminine one is just not doing it.
Your true form. I did it! I mean, you did it, Trinity. We did it.
Excellent work,
Isn't that the
Excellent.
My Life as a Teenage Robot thing? All of a sudden, oh no, it's shaking. That means Ben the Looney's approaching.
Hide your navel.
She means that the whole
That's why she got rid of her legs, so she wouldn't have a navel.
the assimilation threat is gone. numbers. Rescue Beck and Trinity.
Watch, this is all going to be part of Trinity's plan. She just absorbs everyone.
Oops.
It was all part of my design.
She learned how to deceive.
I like the face that the fire robot is making. I'm your friend.
What is this visual?
I think Trinity's being made into something more human looking.
Okay. Hello.
And then Beck fighting that boss again.
So that's just it then.
No, there's an ending. There's a post-credits scene.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wait, they got Yuri Lowenthal to be back? Seriously? Given the scope of this game's, budget, I am genuinely surprised. Steve Bloom, you're right.
Yeah, no, that absolutely was him.
They got a cast, and it still sounded like this.
Now I gotta find something out. What a fucking travesty.
I guess to Inafune's credit, he, took responsibility for this disaster. He's like, this is all my bad.
Fair enough. I mean, mostly because it was kind of obvious whose problem that was.
Yeah. And then the fate of Concept was, it was bought by Level 5, became Level 5 Concept, Kenji Inafune left, and, Level 5 Concept apparently still exists, but has done nothing since, 2016?
Jeez.
And that other game that they were proposing on Kickstarter, that of course got canceled. It didn't even get its Kickstarter funding goal.
Good.
2019, a mobile game. That was the last thing Level 5 Concept did.
The mighty nature inside a tiny man can make the hardest task routine. And the smallest spark in the mighty
Is that random? Oh my god.
It ain't all good. You're damn right about that. What? Sorry, what did he just say?
Cybercrime. Yep. This is by random. They got Mega Ran to do the credits theme.
Oh.
He is someone who got fame for doing rap covers of various Mega Man songs, and while not a bad idea to get him aboard for this, it's still this game.
Yeah.
Also, he's rapping about cybercrime. There's also that.
It's like it doesn't matter how good this guy is. If you're rapping about Mighty Number 9, it's gonna suck. What a disaster.
By the way, fun fact, this credit sequence was originally 3 hours.
I remember hearing something about that. quite literally like half an hour long or something.
No, it was like 3 hours long. I'm not joking. Because they credited each and every single like backer, and the vast majority of them were like anonymous. So you would just see a generous backer in the credits.
And I understand that, you know, basically no one looks at the credits, but how do you do that and not just be like embarrassed with yourselves? This is...
Imagine listening to this for 3 hours. Oh yeah, there's like a bunch of different call designs, and the one we saw was the one that got voted.
The one that looks the most like Roll.
Yes, obviously.
Oh my god, this game depresses me. That was the one song, that was it. That's all we got.
A generous backer, a generous backer, a generous backer, a generous backer, a generous backer.
Numbered, that's great.
A generous backer. With how often a generous backer donated, you'd think that that would be one of the bosses.
Why did they feel the need to list every single one of them? Also, this is going on for another 3 minutes.
Don't worry, there's a post-credits sequence where... See, your reward for sitting through all this is that you actually get to see the ending.
Wait, was there a post-credit sequence back when this credit sequence was, like, several hours long?
Yes.
That is honest to God incredible, because this series of videos, it's in parts, so I can't tell you, but it looks to be less than 2 hours? So...
All this game can be speed ran very, very quickly.
So that means that this game has a credit sequence that is about twice as long as its gameplay if it's played very well.
Yep.
And then it has a post-credit sequence.
I assume that you can, like, press start and go straight to that ending, but if you can't, oh my god.
Yeah, no, they'd have to. There'd be no way.
What the hell is this shit?
I don't know.
Are these backers doing recorded messages? What? So when are we gonna have the voice recording from a generous backer?
That's a lot of fucking numbers.
Mike Z? You know, in the case of that name, they should have just replaced it with generous backer.
A backer. we're just gonna skip that because
Trinity was brought under control when she absorbed Beck's empathy. and
Player saw
carried
the name
his-
Mike Zine is
his
like
heart.
stunned for a moment and then decided to skip it.
Makes it possible for robots to evolve ethically, to grow responsibly. Just wait. This will revolutionize
he has like the
science of
airy
robotics.
face.
The fate
Oh my
of
god,
all
he
robots,
does!
of all mankind.
What is that
Meanwhile,
expression?
Meanwhile, Dr. Ganondorf is just like, my
Cleaning
god,
up your
shut
own
up.
mess doesn't make you a visionary. Besides, who can guarantee the behavior of robots left to their own devices, evolving on their own?
Robots, the robots!
This heart of yours is unnecessary, and worse, dangerous. I remain unconvinced, Bill.
No, my name's White.
Don't call me that.
Oh god, I guessed
My
it.
name is William White.
Wait, don't
I'll
call
show
me
you.
Bill.
I'll show
My
you
name's
and
William.
everyone
Like,
else who doubted me.
it's the same fucking name.
Then only time will tell if this mighty number 9, this Beck, is a blessing or a curse.
Curse, definitely curse.
Yeah.
I like that the ending to this game is "fuck you, Dad."
Yeah. That was... That just ended, by the way. Like,
Imagine sitting through all those credits in the original version, and then just the ending. Fuck you, Dad. The end.
it looks like that was the same credit sequence, because it looked like it was going to keep going until they skipped it. I think they just waited for the song to end, and then just skip past the rest.
It could be. I'm just optimistic to think that they patched the fucking credits sequence.
I don't think so, given the backer numbers we were hearing were in, like, the... like, 5 digits, I think?
Yeah, almost like 100,000 or like 70,000 or something like that backers.
And the credits that we saw got up to about 1,500, so... yeah, that looked like that was in. We were in for the long haul until we skipped that shit.
Man, I can't wait for MIC Watch Mighty Number 9's credits.
That you like, it has a Marvel-style post-credit sequence, and also it has a credit sequence as long as a Marvel movie.